someone help me. And I remember the way the guy taught me to put on my tefillin, how to wrap tefillin, and I did like I guess two ties on top and then seven along my arm. And I remember going to shul, the Chabad, to pray, and people would, say like, "Why do you do it this way?" Well, you're supposed to do a shin on top, like three, and then do like eight on your arm. It's like, well, why didn't you help me? Why didn't you want to teach me to do it your way? Why do you make it? And it's like now there's a big, kerfuffle over, how you put on your tefillin. It's like, well, I didn't know. It's like you should never help me. Because I don't know. I used to have problems
I'll
like
tell you
that.
what the problem is there. Okay, so if you go to Chabad and for some reason, well, any synagogue, let's not just pick on Chabad here. Like, and instead of 7 times around your arm or 8, whatever your custom is, you do only 3. They probably wouldn't count you in the minyan. Now, if you told them, like, in the Talmud, it doesn't give a number. I mean, not even in the Rambam it gives a number. So you're telling me that if Rabbi Akiva,
like what I don't get is why are Jewish people so harsh with each other if there's no clear answer to how to do it? Like why there's so much fighting and
well, they're not
arguing.
harsh with each other. I mean, they stick in their own little cliques. So this is why Lubavitchers daven by Lubavitch. But the problem is, if they would daven anywhere else, I could guarantee you they'd correct them for wrapping it more than 3 times, right, or more than 1 time. They'll be like, and they'll cease to make that distinction between what the halacha actually is in terms of what the halacha requires and what it doesn't. That's a dumbification of Judaism, that people don't make that distinction, and it makes us look stupid. The problem is the average person doesn't bother to find the source of the halachas to see like, okay, I see you wrapping it 7 times, but the Talmud doesn't give a number. So am I wrong to say that Rabbi Akiva didn't wrap it 7 times? And if Rabbi Akiva walked into the synagogue that you wouldn't count them in a minyan either? That's the dumbification, right? And the people who know the difference, because I mean, I do respect many rabbis and I'm pretty sure they know the difference. They become a puppet to the system. They only contribute to the hypocrisy, right? If you see anyone go up the ranks in Judaism, right, that everyone starts kissing their hand and this and that, you could already tell that he's a sellout. It's just like in politics. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't like this, but if you make it to a certain level in the political world, like if they don't try to unalive you like they did President Trump, right, you just won't get elected. Because if you don't buy into the hypocrisy, they don't want you. Right? Like one good sign that you're going against the flow is when there's assassination attempts. I guess on the other side of the coin, like right when you know that you're actually making a difference in Judaism is when people start questioning you being a rabbi or you being even Jewish, right? Because they can't respond, right? They couldn't respond to Trump, so their only option is to annihilate
It's like
the
my boy,
individual.
you're Reuven. He calls you Jorge, right? He doesn't even mention you.
Yeah, he's just because they can't respond. And my only response is, let's have a dialogue. Let's talk. Trust me, in 3 minutes, you can tell what somebody knows and doesn't know in Judaism. In 3 minutes. And having a calm disposition tells a lot. Trying to respond to actual question tells a lot. Sometimes I have dialogues with Christians, and right when I try to expound on something, they'll start insulting you because they don't have a good rebuttal to your responses. So, I mean, what happened to the old, not even old, to like a Dennis Prager, Dinesh D'Souza, which is, my guy down there, the Hindu guy. Well, he's Christian, actually. Or a Jordan Peterson style discussion that people could actually get their ideas out and get them validated, like instead of having the word heretic thrown around. Heretic, idolater, fake Jew, what people who don't like to debate will defame. Now, 2 people who do like to debate could acknowledge, and I love hearing this in a discussion, I didn't know that. Okay, that's a good point. Because you care about the audience. But if it's all personal, you care more about hurting your opponent than you do about educating your audience.